G'day guys and girls, I got a doozy of a video for you today. Some people have insinuated recently in their videos that people like me don't do research and we're not MK fans. Even though I have been doing this the whole time Mortal Kombat's existed, and I've existed longer on this planet than these people have. And they want to say that I'm not an MK fan. Are you fucking serious? Met Ed 5 times. I've met the team several times. I've covered 3-3s. I've got one of sort of a fairly large, let's say fairly large MK collection with some unique items. I beat around the longest guy doing reviews and content on YouTube. Even though these people have more subscribers, I was the first guy doing Mortal Kombat reviews on YouTube. Right? So for these people to say I don't do my research, I got some research for you today. You ready? I've been saying for a long time, right, that, and that's my chair by the way. This chair is like on its last legs. It's going to break one day while I'm on camera. I've been saying for a long time that I believe that Midway employees, some of the older ones, have been put in backseat roles over new diversity hires, or over new hires, let's say, right? I think that NetherRealm deliberately hired new staff to tell new stories that are full of diversity and woke shit, you know, and old dinosaur people were relegated into the background, still working at NetherRealm, so they can't kick up a stink, you know, saying they got rid of me and replaced me. You know, they're still there, but they're put into different jobs now. Do you know what I mean? I've always said this, and I've always never been able to prove it until last night. So I've been actively trying to find out which diversity studio NetherRealm is working with on Mortal Kombat 1, and I know they are, but I know they're keeping it hush, and I'm going to find it, NetherRealm, and I'm going to expose it, because I'm sick of your woke bullshit. I'm sorry. I love Mortal Kombat. I am doing this to help you. I have to save you from yourself, because you've lost the fucking plot. So, until we find that information, and recently, also I should mention, I had a discussion with Kabrutus about DEI Detected. I've been tweeting at him a lot, and I could never get a reply, but I got a reply live on stream, which is great. Check him out, he streams, he's been streaming Black Myth Wukong lately, and he said that he just basically couldn't confirm Sweet Baby working on MK1, because the only place it's mentioned is on IMDb. That's where it started. IMDb mentioned that Sweet Baby worked on MK1. And as he said, IMDb is unreliable. I 100% agree. As someone who is on IMDb, I can tell you, yes, definitely, IMDb, unreliable, right? So until he can confirm it somewhere else, he can't put it on the website. And the problem is, I know that, well, I don't know, but I'm sure that NetherRealm deliberately left off the diversity names of people off the credits. I went through the credits, I went through the names looking for all the Sweet Baby names, and I couldn't find them, right? It's either that or they used another studio, because there's about 10 different diversity studios, maybe even more that I don't know about, right? Until we know, we don't know. But the thing is, there's a website, and I've known about this website for a long time, right? And the timeline's kind of important here too. The website's called Glassdoor. Now, for those of you who don't know Glassdoor, it is a website for reviewing companies while remaining anonymous. And you could say whatever the fuck you want about them on there. You can say, yep, I went into the kitchen and there was a rat taking your shit on my sandwich, if you want to. Do you know what I mean? That's what the site's for. You can just basically narc on the place you worked at. Good or bad, you can say whatever you want about a place. And I've known about this for a while, and I almost made a video a while back, but I don't know. The problem with the site like this is there's a lot of good comments, and some are so fake. You can tell someone's gone there just like, this place is the best, you know, like maybe to boost their score up. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you get a comment that says one thing and something that says another. That's true, you know, there's sort of push and pull against comments. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, it's the time as well. See, NetherRealm went through a period where it got reported on a lot of the sites, and no one even referenced Glassdoor, and I knew about it on Glassdoor. I knew about the crunch, right? And I'm like, I won't say anything because I wanted to see if any more shit popped up on there. One, I didn't want to rush in and blow something that could potentially expose more of what's going on in a toxic studio. And I'm not saying NetherRealm's toxic now, but they have had toxic, let's say, events in the past. And a lot of people were reporting on crunch on there. They were saying crunch. And then it came out, all these sites, you guys remember, when was it? What, like 2020? They were talking about how they were put under crunch a lot, and it was big news. It was on all the sites. Do you know what I mean? And since then, the only way that you're going to clean up your studio, can you guess? Drum roll, please. Diversity, equity, inclusion. Right? Now, they already had it in NetherRealm. I've always said this. It started in 2015. That's what I said in my last video. That's when the Mortal Kombat logo changed. And I know you guys think it's just a logo. No. The reason why they retire the old Mortal Kombat logo is we're not like that anymore. Our product's like this now. This is the new branding. Our game's diverse now. That's why they do this shit. And in 2015, MKX came out. And that's where all the woke stuff started, right? So, going forward, back to what I was saying before though, yeah, so they got in all this trouble or all these reviews, and then I think from then on, the way to clean up their profile of being, you know, a bad studio is to push diversity even harder. And I've got proof of this today, and I've got proof of something else. So first let's start with their header on this site, right? Here you go, Glassdoor, the header, NetherRealm. I want you to look at the tabs there. You got overview, reviews, jobs, salaries, interviews, benefits, photos, and diversity. And for the most part, it is a positive review. The salaries are good. A lot of people are happy with the pay and stuff and bonuses and shit. But like I said, there's a few things in here that caught my eye. Now, I want to come back to the reviews because that's mostly what I want to talk about. But I'm going to jump firstly over to the last tab there, diversity. Right? So let's go with diversity. The thing that Total MK never shuts the fuck up about. Right. Diversity, equity, and inclusion at NetherRealm. Now, it's really important. In fact, I'm going to blow this up and cover my face, whatever. I want you guys to see this fully. So I screenshotted this right before I started this video, and you can see in the bottom right, it says last year and today, right? DEI ratings trend. Now, it says in that little 3.9 stars out of 5, NetherRealm has a diversity and inclusion rating of 3.9 out of 5 stars based on 5 anonymous employee ratings. So 5 people have submitted ratings. This is equal to the average for DEI ratings in the media and communications sector. The average D&I rating left by 5 employees improved over the last 12 months. Why do you think that is? What came out in the last 12 months, I wonder? Gee, could it be Mortal Kombat 1? Oh, what a shock! Their score improved! Ah! There you have it! So for those of you saying, it's not what... Fuck off! It is! And here we have a thing saying it in the last 12 months. It is improved. Of course it has. Because the MK1 product has pushed up that rating. Now, next. And this is what I really want to talk about. This one. This comment. I've been saying this the whole time about old staff deliberately not being promoted or put into the background and new people being hired instead to replace them while they're put into like a role that will just die out or fizzle out, or they'll quit, you know, or they'll just sit there, get paid well, and just ride it out until they're ready to retire.
Hi, Milton.
But
What's happening?
Milt, we're going to need to go ahead and move you downstairs into storage B.
No,
We
I was told I could
have some
not.
new people coming in,
No.
and we need all the
There's-
space we can get.
But there's no space.
So if you could
in-
just go ahead and
If-
pack up your stuff
it-
and move it down there,
But no,
that would be terrific.
I was told
Okay.
I could stay. Excuse me. I believe you have my stapler.
Here it is. Here's the proof. Now, this is 2015. Right? And this is important because remember what I said. Skin flakes. Their diversity started in 2015. And here we go. Here we go. Here's the proof I found last night. Oh, it's good. It's really good. Alright, let's read the whole thing. So 19th of April 2015. 4 out of 5 stars. So this guy was generally pretty happy. Super dedicated team, great talent, fun games. He was a senior designer, current employee, less than a year. He's recommended working at NetherRealm. There's no CEO approval, business outlook. Pros, great talent, all of them veterans, good studio culture. So he likes the people there, fair enough. Cons, lots of crunch, but it makes great games. Well, of course, if you crunch, it's got to make great games. But this next line is the one that I wanted to make this video about. Reluctant to promote ex-Midway employees over bringing in new hires. There it is. I told you guys. I told you. And here's the thing. These people are saying, you don't do your research. Fuck off. Anybody can make a little mistake about a bio or about where someone's from. But the core of what I'm saying holds true. And I've been saying this shit for a long time. And I've been saying for a long time, there's no proof. I can't prove it. Because the thing is, they keep all this shit so secret and people are so scared to put up this thing. If they get caught, they know they're done. And they're not done because they put up a review. They'll just find a way to fire them. Like, well, we know you looked at the girl in HR for 2 seconds when you were turning your head, which means you were perving on her, which means, you know, you gotta go. You know, they can make up any reason to get rid of someone. They can just terminate your contract. Right? So, there's your proof. I don't know, you know. I tell you guys this stuff. I told you guys I know people in the entertainment industry, in the movies, but the video games follow the movies, and also this is Warner Brothers, who have a movie studio, and they own the gaming division, so they run the corporation for the games the same way they run the corporation for the movies. And I've told you about diversity hiring, I've told you about DEI, and I've told you since 2015 Mortal Kombat's been woke as fucking shit. Do you know what I mean? And it's just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's your fucking proof. So for those of you who still want to say, oh, he doesn't do his research. Fuck off, man. I do more research than you. Have you talked about this shit? No. Because people like me are always scampering into the details. Always. You have no clue the stuff. During the pandemic, I was sitting here all night going through Mortal Kombat Special Forces Shaolin Monks files. It's tedious, and you have to set the palettes manually using the application I use, Console Texture Explorer. You have to set everything manually to look at all the textures. And I was sitting here for hours, for weeks, going through that stuff just to show people like loading screens and renders and whatever I could find. And I never got through the whole game because you could just sit there and keep doing it forever. Well, not forever, for years, because it takes ages to manually do all that shit. And this is the stuff that I do. I've found stuff that people still haven't talked about in Mortal Kombat. I know of things that no one's ever mentioned in Mortal Kombat that are hidden in Shaolin monks. I know things you don't. So you can say I don't do my research because I make little mistakes all you want. But the truth of the matter is I know more about Mortal Kombat than you do. Because I've been playing it my whole life, bitch. I was playing MK1 in arcade. Where were you? What? You didn't exist? Oh, that's cute. I did. And after I played MK1, guess what? I played MK2. And after I played MK2, guess what? I played MK3. Did you know I even played the MK2 Challenger hack once in my life? In an arcade. In an actual arcade. That's rare from Australia. Australia doesn't really get that custom shit much. I mean, I did see Street Fighter 2 Rainbow Edition once. But a lot of the time the hacks don't sort of make their way over to Australia. But one time someone told me there was a Mortal Kombat 2 at some university. I went over there just to play it. I just wanted to play MK2 on arcade. And I got there and there was a sticker. It was on a big rear projection screen and there was a sticker in the middle. I'll never forget it. It was a yellow sticker and in red it said Extra Hard Tough Guy Edition. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't want that. I just want to play more because it's already hard, right? And it was that fucking Challenger hack. You put your money in and the first fight was Jade. And then the second fight was Kintaro and I lost straight away. And I was like so mad. I wanted to stay there all day playing MK2, but I couldn't because it was this fucking stupid hack version. It's like fucking impossible to play. I was there just to suck the money out of you. You know? So I only played it like I think 3 times or something and I left. It was really hard to find Mortal Kombat 2 where I grew up in Queensland. They had that blood ban and MK2 was like worse than MK1, right? Which is funny because I always say MK1 is actually worse with the pit and the violence and stuff. But the fatalities that you saw all the time were like more brutal, like Paraxis stabs and picks him up, you know, all that stuff, you know. And yeah, so, you know, I played MK2 in the arcades. I worked in an arcade with MK3. I befriended the boss. He gave me some really crappy move list. I checked every single move, and then I remade the move list, and then I solved the move list because my version was so easy to read. And I'd either get credits or money for those sheets sold, you know. And then I got a job at the arcade and just worked there, just played it for free anyway. And then we got Ultimate MK3. Guess what? I played that one in the arcade too. And guess what? MK4, I played that in the arcade as well. What? Home market games? Yeah, I played them all, motherfucker. I've got factory sealed MK3 on Super Nintendo, factory sealed MK3 on Mega Drive. I've got, you know, all the Nintendo versions. I've got basically every single version of Mortal Kombat except that fucking MK3 on Master System. I had my eyes on that so much, but the shipping was so much to Australia from Brazil that I never got it. It was like really expensive, and I was buying lots of other stuff on eBay, so I never got it. And I had factory seal copies on my eBay screen for $20. But the shipping was $100. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, nah. So I never got it. But you know, I've got almost every single version of MK. I'm missing a few of the collector covers from Deception. You know, I've played them all from day one. Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon. I've even played Armageddon before it came out retail. I was there in America playing it. Same for MKDC. Same for MK9. Where were you? Oh, what's that? Oh, you weren't even alive back then? I was! So for you to say I'm not a fan, I don't do my research, fuck off. How's that for research? It's right there. Right there. Reluctant to promote ex-Midway employees over bringing in new hires. And that's what killed Mortal Kombat. And I'm going to end it right here. I'm going to keep this video short and fucking sweet. Thanks, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.